as long as you leave my place looking pretty, it makes me happy.
That's it.
So, of course, I make money out of it, but my motivation, what keeps me going, is the fact that I'm making money out of something that I love.
That makes sense.
So, yeah.
Totally makes sense. How much you make?
Immigrant money, immigrant money. I came from overseas, now I got the money. Immigrant money, immigrant money. I came from overseas, now I got the money.
In this episode of Immigrant Money, we're talking to a lady that left Cameroon for Romania and then to the United States. Within a short period of time, she has opened up a beauty and barbering salon that caters to not only locals but celebrities from Cameroon too. She sits down to talk to us about her journey, what she has learned so far, and how you can do it too. This is Immigrant Money with Steven Gang.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Immigrant Money. Today we are with an exceptional young lady. Exceptional in the sense that they've done remarkable things. They've done things that we typically don't see done in the community. They've done things that we usually see others do. Others as in people that grew up here, people that have insights on how to start a business from, skills with a hand, from, like braiding hair and stuff like that. I'm sitting here today with someone that recently opened a shop for themselves. And I know this has been done in the past, but when we look at it, you look at your age, you look at your determination, you look at the things that they came across or came over to, be able to accomplish this feat. And you just think, wow, that's a pretty good accomplishment. So I'm here today with none other than Prima of Prindis hair. How you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. And yourself?
Oh, I'm doing awesome, thank you. My question is, let's start from the basic. What made you think, I want to do hair?
All right, so thank you for asking that question. So I grew up with my mom and she was a braider. She's actually still a braider,
Okay.
but just that she doesn't do it full time anymore.
Okay.
But that's what I grew up in. And growing up, I've always seen my mom putting a smile on people's faces,
Okay.
making women look very pretty, especially when they're leaving her salon. I would say they always look very happy. So I always told myself, this is something I would love to do when I grow up. I want to put a smile on people's faces, by making them look pretty, by making them look very beautiful, just like my mom used to do. So that has been something that I was building in my mind and telling myself, you and I know that Africa is not, growing up in Africa, you don't just do what you want to do, especially when you're young. You go to school because your parents want you to go to school. But then I had to respect my parents and go to school first. But I still had it at the back of my mind that when I grow up, someday I want to do what my mom used to do.
Okay.
So that's where I came about this whole hair thing. Yeah.
Okay. You talk about Africa. Where are you from?
I am from Cameroon, precisely from Bamenda.
You're from Bamenda?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know Lubyanka?
I do. Who doesn't know Lubyanka?
I know. So you guys are from like the same place.
She's from Bamenda. I don't know what village to be precise, but she's from Bamenda. Yeah,
that makes sense. Totally makes sense. So my question, let's keep talking. I want us to dive in and see how you came about braiding hair, because when we come to America, we're looking for greener pastures, right? When we come in, we want to be nurses, we want to, get into the IT profession. We want to do things that will give us money,
Right.
We don't want to do this. We don't want to braid hair. We don't want to open a salon. So in the midst of all of that, what got you thinking, oh, I'm going to open a salon in America for that matter?
Okay. Before I answer that, I would like to take you back to where I was before I came to America.
Okay.
So I went to Romania actually for studies,
Okay.
and things were not really as easy as it is in America when it comes to money.
Okay.
Money is so hard to find in Romania.
Right.
So, and we didn't have a lot of Africans that do hair out there. So the few Black people that I used to meet, I would tell them, hey, I do hair. So if you need to do your hair sometime, just, hit me up. So I realized that a couple of people reached out to me and wanted to do their hair. And I got paid for that. So when I came here from Romania, I was like, okay, if I could do this in Romania, where money is so hard to find, and I still made a living out of it,
right?
How about I take it serious here, where I know that I'll make money than in Romania. So that's how I started here. Actually started from home. I kept doing it, and I realized that people were loving what I was doing.
Right.
But at the same time, I was not really, getting the clientele that I needed because I was doing it at home. It didn't discourage me. I kept going because I needed to start from somewhere.
Right.
So I kept going, and at some point, some clients would be like, "You're so good at this. Why don't you just open a spot? Why don't you just open a big salon? Because from what I see, you're so good at this." And that's how I decided to, you know what, let me just do this. Let me go out there. Because doing it at home, it's true that you don't pay like the rent fees, and all those extra bills, but at the same time you lose a lot of clients just doing hair at home,
right?
Because there are some people out there that don't just want to come to your house. Your house is not a safe space for them,
right?
They'll prefer to come to a business place,
right.
So that's when I thought it wise and said, okay, it's better for me to just take it out there and open a big place for it.
That's pretty good. We're going to dive into the business aspect of it, like your overhead and all of that. But let's talk some more about your upbringing, your background. Okay. You talk about your mom braiding hair. What was it like growing up, watching your mom braid hair? I know you're talking about Cameroon, right? Life is not easy over there, first of all. So tell me about your background. How many sisters you had? What school you went to? How was it growing up?
Growing up was really very fun, I would say, first, because I got to not only go to school, but do other stuff like doing hair with my mom.
Okay.
It's not something I used to love doing, because I remember when I come back from school and she's at the salon doing hair, she will have to actually look for me all over the place for me to come help her.
Right.
It's not something that I loved, actually. Right. So it was difficult growing up with a mom. Yeah, it was difficult growing up with a mom that does hair.
Right.
But today I'm really, really thankful to her, because I am making a living out of what she taught me.
That makes sense.
So yeah.
That really makes sense. Transitioning from Cameroon to Romania, right?
Yeah.
You said you went there for studies, Living out of a country in itself is stressful.
It is.
Okay, so how did you deal with that?
Living out of Cameroon to Romania. So Romania was not actually my final destination, I would say.
Right.
Even what I was studying in Romania was not actually.
It was just a means to get out of the country.
It was just a means for me to get out of the country. So I would say that leaving Cameroon to Romania, it was challenging.
Right.
It was really challenging.
Right.
But when I got there, I was like, I am already here. I am here. I will just do what it takes for me to survive and for me to get to that spot where I wanted to.
That makes sense. So tell us about the journey from Romania to the United States. What inspired that, and how did you get here?
Okay, like I mentioned, it was Romania to the United States. Romania was, first of all, like just a gateway for me to get to the United States. Right. Before going to Romania, actually, I had applied in school here in the United States.
Okay.
But there was this delay for them to get back to me. You know, my admission letter was not out yet from the United States.
Right.
So I got an admission to Romania, forgetting about America.
Right.
Then when I got to Romania, America responded and they approved me.
Right.
So I was like, okay, my initial plan was to come to the US. So I'm not just gonna stay here because I'm already here. I will just forge ahead and then go to where I had planned to earlier go to. And that's how I got here.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. In America, life is not easy. We know that, right? So you're in here in America. We talked about the normal jobs, you know, like you getting a nursing degree, you going to school, like you said, you were going to come and do. But right now you ended up opening a salon, right? What made you decide like, hey, I'm not going to, you know, actually go to school? I know that you talked about the money, you talk about your mom, you know, like helping you and all of that. But there's got to be something that pushed you. It doesn't have to be money. Do you have a passion for this?
I was going to come to that. The main thing that pushed me was passion. I have a passion in making people look pretty. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman.
Right.
I just have a passion making people look pretty, whether through makeup, through hair, because I do a lot of things, not just hair. We do makeup as well. So as long as you leave my place looking pretty, it makes me happy.
That's it.
So of course I make money out of it, but my motivation, what keeps me going is the fact that I'm making money out of something that I love.
That makes sense.
So yeah.
Totally makes sense. How much you make?
Okay, that's a difficult question.
That's a difficult question.
Yeah.
I mean, let's talk about your average. The average, like every day you make like 10,000, 20.
Oh no,
I'm kidding.
I haven't gotten to that point yet.
But you got plans to get there.
I have big plans.
Okay, let's see. That's what's up. This is up. What you make though sustains your life right now. It pays your bills, pays your business rent because you pay rent over there too.
It does sustain me a lot. I would say that when I was starting this business, I didn't think that I wasn't going to succeed.
Okay.
Because first, let me take you back to the Prindis name.
Right.
Prindis for me means that it's going to work.
Right.
When I was growing up, my grandmom used to call me Prindis. Every time she wants me to do something for her, she's going to go by the name Prindis.
Okay.
So when she calls me Prindis, I am going to make that thing work.
That makes sense.
So when I was starting this business, I didn't think it was not going to work. Yes, there were times I felt like maybe I might not be able to meet up some, with the rent sometimes, but it doesn't mean that it will not work.
Right.
But to tell you the truth, since I started, the business has been able to take care of itself at least.
Wow.
And take care of some bills as well.
There you go.
We're still,
I'm
still getting there. Yeah, so I know for sure it's going to work.
That makes sense. Totally makes sense. I mean, if you're saying that just means that, business is booming.
I can't complain.
Can't complain. What services do you offer over there? You talked about makeup and hairstyle. What happens at Prindis Hair?
So we do makeup. We have a barber section.
Okay.
And we do braiding as well. We do hair installation.
Okay.
And since we are building an empire, we don't just want to end there.
Okay.
There are a lot more things that we are going to incorporate or add to it. But for now, those are the services that we offer.
And let's say I want to come to Prindis today. How do I get there? Who do I call? What number? How do I get to you?
All right. If you want to come to Prindis, first of all, we are on Google.
Okay.
So just Google Prindis Touch and it's going to take you right there.
Awesome.
But if you cannot Google it, just call us at 612-986-8588.
Okay.
Yeah. And we are on all social media platforms like Instagram as Prindis Touch, Facebook as Prindis Touch, TikTok still as Prindis Touch, and a lot more.
Everywhere. So you're everywhere as Prindis Touch.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk business numbers. I know you're not going to tell us how much you make because you don't want people coming for your money, typically when you ask if I was out there to ask a white man, right? Hey, bro, how much you make a year? To tell you like 100K, 200K, 55K. You ask a black person, they're gonna ask you why you want to know. Why you want to know how much I make, But typically, that's information that as a business owner, sometimes you're ready to share. But I get that we are not comfortable with that yet, so I'm not gonna dive in. Investment wise, how much you put into your shop to get to the point? Like, say, someone that came from Cameroon today, he took the unconventional route. He didn't become a nurse. He didn't do all that stuff. If I came from Cameroon today and I want to do what you're doing, because we aim to empower the community too, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much should I put together? What things should I do to be able to accomplish what you did?
Okay, I would start by saying, if you come from Africa or you come from whatever part of the world you want to start a breeding business, don't just think of going directly into opening a big shop right now. I would say all you need is just your client's chair.
Mm-hmm.
If you need a breeder's chair, that's if you need it. Some breeders don't use chairs.
Mm-hmm.
All you need basically is your client's chair.
Mm-hmm.
For the products, the clients can come with your hair and whatever product they want you to use on their hair.
Okay.
So basically, all what you need for a start is just the client's chair. Now, when you've gotten enough clientele and you must have made some money out of the few ones that you've been doing, I can now say you can get into buying your own products or buying your own hair in bulk.
Okay.
Just to make the work easy sometimes for your clients, because some clients will prefer coming to you if you can provide them with the hair.
Okay.
If they don't need to drive to another store to get hair, they prefer coming to you if you can provide them with hair and all those products.
Mm-hmm.
But for a start, I would say all you need is just your client chair, and then you need to be good at what you're doing.
Okay. Are you good at what you're doing?
I am. I am the best when it comes to this.
I like that. I like that. Ain't nobody better than Prindis, bro.
I am the best.
She's the best.
Yes.
And you gotta go test that. Go put it to test and see if she's actually the best. Because the confidence that you say it in, no, I trust it. So
I am the best.
Y'all gotta go try that out too.
Yes, please.
One thing that you were gonna tell the people listening, you just told them you're the best. So what does the best have to tell the people? What would you one advice you want to tell them out there right now?
All right, for everyone listening, and especially those that are planning to start a business, whether braiding, makeup, cooking, whatever business you're planning to do, if you know you're good at anything, it doesn't have to be what I've just listed. Anything at all. If you know you're good at it, do not be scared to start. Just start.
Right.
Because those people you admire today on billboards, on the biggest magazines out there, they started from somewhere.
Right.
And if you don't start, there's no way you're gonna get to the top.
Right.
You have to start and make those mistakes. You have to start and lose a lot of money before you succeed. There's something about stages. You cannot skip stage 1 and just jump to stage 10.
No.
Just start.
Okay.
You'll be an expert if you start.
Right.
Those people that are experts today, those people that own the biggest braiding shops today.
Right.
Even Prindis Touch started from somewhere. I was failing. I was losing money.
Okay.
But I started. Okay. So just start and be consistent. It's not just starting. I know a lot of people out there that start a business today and, in a month, if it's not booming or if it's not giving them what they are thinking it was supposed to give them, they're just going to switch to something else. Okay. It's not going to work. You're not going to succeed if you are not consistent in what you do. Right. So if you're doing makeup, if you're doing whatever you're doing, just be consistent in it. It might not work the first 3 months, but the 4th month, you get better at what you're doing, and of course, you'll succeed.
It's pretty good. I like that. What's your biggest lesson? Like, you talk about failing and then keeping at it. What's the biggest thing that you failed at? One big thing that you've really done and it didn't work out well for you, that you say is a lesson that you learned?
One big thing that it didn't work out for me. I'm trying to pick the best one because
it's been a lot.
It's been a lot.
Okay.
Getting to this point, I have failed a lot, but I did not give up on anything.
Okay.
So failing doesn't mean you should give up. You should just learn from, what made you fail, learn your lessons from there, and then make those corrections.
Okay.
I can't really point that biggest
one thing, right?
There's a lot, but one thing I know is I don't give up.
Right.
I just learn from it and I keep going.
What's the one thing you talk about? You have one point of biggest failure. How much is the most that you've lost at one point in money? Like, say you bought hair and the client didn't show up, or you just invested in something. And what do you have? You have a story that like that?
Yeah, especially when it comes to this kind of business, right? There is a lot that you witness every day. Sometimes you buy hair and the clients will actually show up, but it's not what they want. That's already you failing because there's no way you use that hair on them. They are never gonna like it. Sometimes you put in your best. You do the hair,
but still don't like
it. They make you feel like everything is okay, but when they leave, they don't like it. They'll ask for a refund, right?
Okay.
It's not because you didn't actually do the work well. There are just some people out there.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
It could also be like, I wanted you to do it like this and I did it, and then I go and see this person and I'm like, nah, I don't like it no more.
I would say not even that.
Right.
But the fact that people don't understand that we have different hair textures.
That makes sense.
Someone might go to Instagram and just pick a picture from Instagram and be like, I want this hair. But you don't know if that person had the same hair texture as you.
That makes sense.
It's not just picking those pictures from Instagram and coming, it's about knowing if your hair can actually work for this style.
Okay.
So those are some challenges that we face. It's not like it's just glory every day. No.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard. Well, you heard her. She said she's the best at it. She told you where to find her and everything else. She gave you good advice too, If you have something you want to do, just start. We're talking about someone's story from moving from Cameroon to Romania and taking the unconventional route of, hustling. That's pretty much what it is. Hustling and then making it, to a storefront. There's times where, like for my barber too, and people's, hairstylist. It's like a relationship, right? Like when I stopped going to my barber, like the barber I changed, I felt bad. I was like, it's like a breakup and stuff. How do you build that relationship with your clients? Like, how do you make them feel like, oh, Prindis is the one? I can't stop going to her. She's got to be the one to braid my hair. How do you build that from, say, introduction to first hairstyling to second to third and then to, forever? How does that start?
All right, there's something about standards, right? One thing I have learned is treat every client the same.
Okay.
I know that there's some...
Hang on. We're going to continue. You say treat every client the same. So if I pull up with a Lamborghini, you're going to treat me the same like someone that pulls up with a Honda Accord?
Oh, yes. I don't even want to see the car you're pulling up with.
Okay, why is that?
Continue. Because I want to treat everyone like they have a Lamborghini.
Okay, that makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Continue.
So if I am to offer champagne to someone paying me $20, I want to offer champagne to someone paying me $1,000.
That makes sense.
So doing that, let's say you have two clients on your chair at the same time, right? In your shop at the same time. And one person is really seeing you, paying so much details and attention to the other person. They are not going to trust you. They're going to feel bad. Like, you're dealing in your shop, you're dealing with class, or it has to do with, riches, money.
Yeah.
So just treat everyone the same.
Okay.
Keep it classy. Keep it, just keep it classy, I would say.
I like that. I really like that. That's how you build a relationship. Business-wise, are you registered?
I am registered.
Okay, you have an EIN?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and you pay your taxes.
I do pay my taxes. reason I mentioned, some people will be scared to start because they don't want to pay those taxes, right? That's why you just want to do it from your house all day
and just collect cash.
Oh no, it doesn't work that way.
Okay.
If you want your name to be on the magazines, if you want your name to be on those big books, you have to go out there, get a shop, get that business registered, and pay those taxes.
So the advantage of collecting cash over paying over like, you know, cash over, because when they come to your house, they're really just giving you 200, 300.
Yeah.
Imagine every weekend, I still have my 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, right? They still pay me some, and then every week I have like 2-3 hairs to braid. That's like 600 right there, right?
Yeah.
What would motivate me to leave all of that and then go back to, you know, register my business and start paying the government tax? Don't you think I'm losing money that way?
Yes, you're losing money, but do you want to grow? Do you want your name to be out there?
Okay.
You're going to have to choose, right? Do
you
want to just stay in or make your name or make your brand grow?
That makes sense.
If your brand has to grow,
right,
you're going to forget about all those things and then do what it takes for your brand to grow.
That's really good. And I'm going to add to that. I just want to say that when you pay taxes, when you register your business and you pay taxes, and you know you follow the rules, you establish credibility, not just with the IRS but with the banks. So what happens is, if you collect cash, your cash is not registered as money, as income, right? You don't put that in your books. You don't report it to no one. And let's say you collected 50,000 in cash last year, and 25,000 you reported to the IRS. If you go to the bank with your tax documents, they're gonna look at 25,000, even though you made 75,000 last year. And if they were to give you a loan, or maybe help give you a line of credit to help take your business to the next level, they'll only look at 25,000.
Right.
But if you were to put in that 75,000, the amount of support financially, even the grants that you could get based off your income, would go exponentially higher. And that's why it's important what you're saying. You know, if you want to be in the magazines, if you want to be out there, you want to grow, you got to do. We're in America, you know. When you go to Rome, do like the Romans do. You got to do the right thing. And I applaud you for doing that, because a lot of people don't. And it just baffles me why they don't. A lot of people don't. They don't bookkeep. They don't file the taxes. They prefer, I call it, you know, right now gratification, or right now, you know, money, which is not good. You talked about your name, Prindis, you know, something that's gonna happen. It comes from your mom, your grandma.
My grandma.
Right. I like that personally, because when you're attached to something like that, it's hard to give up on. You know, like when you're braiding hair, sometimes your back might ache. You might feel like, man, I want to stop this right now. But you think about your grandma and you're like, Ma, I can't let my grandma down. And that's another thing that I would advise when people to copy from you. You should look at, when picking a business name, I always tell people, pick something you're passionate about. Pick something that reflects, that connects with your life, you know, that you can look at and think, oh, there's no way. Put your family name on there too. There's no way I'm going to let my family down.
Right.
There's no way that, you know, I'm going to look at this name and think, wow, today I'm going to stop the business. Because that's what people do all the time. Right. They try to find the right business instead of building one, you know. You look at something someone else is doing, and maybe your name is, what do you say, optimism, and then they'll go start one that says optic something.
You don't know why they pick that name.
You don't know why they pick that name. So I see that, just to add, I see you going places, not because, you know, you're doing good right now, or not because you're here, but your steps that you're taking, the things that you're doing, the way you talk about it, you know, it's not easy to do that. And speaking a lot, you should be speaking. But I just wanted to add that.
Oh yeah. And talking about going places, all this would have not been possible without the support I'm getting, especially from our community.
That makes sense.
The support has been massive.
Wow.
And of course, loyal clients as well. And there's no way your client will be loyal if you've not been doing good, if you've not been doing the right thing.
Right.
So I have been the best. That's why I've been having this loyalty and the support. So I really want to thank everyone that has been supporting Prindis Touch, everyone that has been helping to make this brand grow. We are going to make it work. Of course, because that's what the name means. So we are going to make it work.
Yeah. We're going to make it work. How about some, you got some people that help you, like family. You want to shout them out?
Yes.
Yeah, let's hear them.
Oh, yes. This Prindis Touch dream came to reality, especially because I had someone that was in my circle, I would say. Someone that had the same business vision as I did. So I want to give a shout out to Belinda Binu. Of course, she had my vision and she talked me into it. She was like, you can do this. I see you doing this. I see this working. So she really gave me that push that I needed, and I appreciate her for that. I appreciate Albertine Boo. She's into cooking. And she's the best, actually.
All your people are the best.
Yes, all my people are the best. But she's been giving me this push and this support that I need. And I really want to appreciate her for that. Of course, Gilbert as well.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's been giving me this advice and this generally, I would say, support that I need. And all those people have actually made Prindis Touch what it is today.
Appreciate that. That's pretty good. She's giving out flowers. If you didn't get yours, she just forgot just today. But when she meets you, I'm pretty sure that she would do that. So I am, I'm pretty happy with having you here today. So
thank you.
Got anything else to say? You tell them. Otherwise, I got all I could hear.
Okay.
If you want to hear some more, go to Prindis. Okay, go ahead.
I might have not mentioned your name, but if you've been supporting me, whether my breeders or my barber or my clients as a whole, I really want to appreciate you because we are here today because of all of you. So thank you so much, and keep supporting Prindis Touch. Keep helping us build that empire that we want to build. Thank you.
So to close out, tell them again. Who's the best?
Prindis Touch is actually the best. Like I said earlier, we are on Google. Prindis Touch, and it's going to take you right there.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for listening, and until next time, this is Freedom, gang with Immigrant Money.